Hello students, today we are going to begin with chapter 9, Force and Pressure. Now here in this picture you can see that this girl is pushing a load. Okay, she is applying a force, she is pushing this load to move it. So this is what pushing, okay, it is a type of force. Now what we'll discuss in this lesson and what you will be able to understand. The first one is that you will be able to define the force. You will be able to define the force. What is the definition of force? Then you will be able to identify the effect of force on an object, means what is the effect occurs on the object when we apply force. Then the third is that you are able to identify the direction of net force in a given situation. And the fourth is identify the type of force applied in a given situation. Now let us discuss this chapter. We'll continue. Here in this picture you can see that over here in this first picture you can see that this boy is pulling the log of wood. Okay, this boy is pulling the log of wood, and through this circle you can see that he's stretching this, he's pulling this log of wood by applying a force through his shoulders, by holding it tightly with his hand. In the next picture, this is picture 1, and this is the second picture. You can see that this boy is playing cricket and he is holding a bat in his hand, and he is applying a force on the bat to pull the ball. Okay, so this is over here, this boy is trying to pull the ball. Now in the third picture here you can see that this girl is pulling the load so that it can be moved. She is pulling the trolley to move it. And over here these two are fighting. They both are pulling each other to move each other out from there. So this all is what? It is all the activity of force, and force is represented by capital F. That means here this boy is pulling over here, then this one is also over this also, and over here they are pushing. So what is these activities shows that you can see clearly, see over here again this activity properly. Over here in all these three pictures, this one picture 1, 2, 3 and 4. In all these 4 pictures you find that they are applying the force. They are pulling each other or pushing each other. Okay, so just see at over here this picture. This boy is pulling this log of wood. Then this boy is pulling with the bat to the ball. Then this girl is pulling the load. And over here these two are pushing each other. So what is there? Pulling. This boy is pulling the log. This boy is pushing the ball through the bat. This girl is pushing this load. And over here these two are pushing each other. So what does all these three? All these 4 pictures say that pulling or pushing are the two different types of forces. So here see over here in this you can see that this one is pushing, and over here this one is pulling. So push and pull is the force. So now what is the impact of force? Means what happens when a force is applied, or we call it as the effect of force. So force can change the state of rest or of motion of the object on which it is applied. So this thing we will check over here through the next. In this, say these two are their state of motion. Now what state of motion means? Whether the object is in rest position or in the motion. The state of motion of an object is described by the speed of the object. If anything is moving or is having the speed, we say that it is in the state of motion. And if any object is at rest, we say that it is in the state of rest. Okay, that means no motion. Now here there is an example. You can see there's this car. This car is moving. Okay, so this car is moving, that means this car is in the state of motion. It has changed its position. Okay, if I say if this car is over here stationary, if it is, I say that this is car at rest, and this car which is at back, it is moving and it comes forward, then what will happen? The position of the car changes. From here it has reached to this point. So this is what? The force is applied so that the object position is changed. The effect of force is that there is change in the speed of the object, due to which position of the object changes. Next over here you can see that this dog is running and the girl is trying to stop the dog. This dog is running and the girl is trying to stop the dog. And this stopping, okay, this girl is trying to stop the dog by pulling the rope. Now next here you can see that in this second figure, that this boy is pulling this load, okay, so that it can move further. Okay, over here the force is applied in this manner, and in this over here force is applied in this manner, so that it can move. That means this boy is pushing and over here this girl is pulling. Now you can see over here, these two boys over here, they are playing hockey, and this boy has hit the ball from this position and the ball has reached over here. So it means the direction, it was over here and this reached at this position. That means the direction of the ball changes. So the force applied by this boy on the ball has changed the direction of the ball. So we say that the force changes the direction of the object. Now this was just through the pictures. Now we'll go for the description one by one. Okay, so now see here, this is a balloon in which air is filled, and now when this is turned, then it changes the shape of the balloon. That means when we are applying the force, the shape of the object changes. In the next here you can see that this over here, this is a image which is made up of clay. Okay, clay is molded to form this form. Okay, so that means the force is applied on the clay to form this. That means force changes the shape. Now when we take a piece of paper when we take a paper in our hand and we crumble, we apply the pressure or we apply the force on the paper, then what will happen? The shape of the paper changes. It crumbles. Now here in these three you can clearly see that force may result in change of speed, change of direction, change of shape. Now just go through it. See, force can change the speed of an object. What happens when brakes are applied to a moving car? So in this, here car is moving, and what happens when the brake is applied? The car slows down because the speed of the car becomes slow. When you apply brakes, the force acts on all the four wheels of the car, due to which the car slows down. You must have noticed that while playing cricket, okay, while playing cricket, fielder tries to stop the ball by bringing its speed to 0. And this is done how? The fielder when tries to catch the ball, the fielder used to lowers his hand. He does not make his hand upward to catch the ball, otherwise it will hit too hard. So to decrease the speed, fielder lowers his hand and then catch the ball. Okay, so thus a force can change the speed of the object. When you throw an object in upward direction, the object goes up to certain maximum height, where its speed becomes 0 and then falls towards the earth. When we throw the object upward, then it goes upward, but after reaching a certain height, it comes downward. That means the height where it has reached, at that height its speed becomes 0 and then it comes downward. So as it falls, its speed increases. Again, when it coming downward, its speed increases, and because this time it is moving in the direction of the force of gravity. Now how it gained the speed? It gained the speed due to attraction force of the earth. So this shows that in order to make a body move faster, the force applied must be in the direction of motion. To decrease the speed of the body, the applied force must be in the direction opposite to the direction of the motion. For example, we have seen over here, see, just I'll show you the girl trying to stop the puppy. Okay, so in this what will happen? The direction of motion is this way and the girl is trying to pull the rope in this way. So what happens over here? To decrease the speed of the body, she is trying to decrease the speed of this puppy, and the applied force must be in the direction opposite to the direction of the motion. So we have to decrease, she has to decrease the speed of this puppy. So she is trying the force, she is applying the force in the opposite direction. Okay, got it? Now next is the effect of force. Next effect of force is it can change the size or shape of the body. Okay, just now we have seen change the size and shape of the body. So this is the balloon over here. This is the balloon filled with air, and the shape is changed as well as the size of the balloon is changed by twisting it. Okay, here the balloon is twisted so that its shape and size changes. So when you squeeze a tomato, it gets squashed. Everyone knows when we squeeze the tomato, it gets squashed. When you squeeze the toothpaste out of its tube, the shape of the tube changes. When you apply force on a piece of chalk when it writing, it breaks into pieces which are smaller in size than the original piece. Thus, you may conclude that the force can change the shape and size of object. So, okay, now next is force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. So when force is applied, the direction of motion of the moving object also changes. So here we have taken an example of ball. Okay, that means this boy is playing hockey. He has hit the ball with the hockey stick. So the ball which was over here, it moves in this direction. So force can change the direction of the moving object. So here we can say that what are the three effects of forces? Force can change the speed of an object, force can change the size or shape of the object, and force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. Now next is the types of forces. Okay, here you can see that the types of forces. Forces are of three types. We will discuss over here three types of forces. First one, the gravitational, electrostatic and magnetic. These three types of forces, they comes under one particular heading that we call as non-contact forces, because in this two objects are not in contact with each other. So on the basis of contact, we categorize forces into two. One is non-contact force and the other is contact force. So first of all, we'll discuss about the non-contact force. The first one is gravitational force. When an object is thrown upward, it reaches to a particular height because it is having a speed. And when its speed decreases, its speed becomes 0, then it comes back towards the earth. That means it is pulled by the force of attraction of the earth. Okay, so that is called as the gravitational force. The earth pulls everything towards itself. The force with which the earth attracts all objects towards itself is called as the gravitational force. It was Sir Isaac Newton who discovered Earth's gravitational force. Next is the electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is what? It is the force, for example, if I say that if you comb your dry hair for a few seconds and then you hold the comb over your head, what you'll find that your hairs flies and they get attached with the comb. That means some type of attraction force you find between your hairs and the comb. So this type of attraction force is called as electrostatic force, because the comb gets an electric charge, and this charge is called, or with this type of electricity is called as static electricity. This electric charge, it attracts the hairs and make them stand. Okay, so another we can say that it is the type of electrostatic force is the type of force between the electric charges. The next one is the magnetic force. You know about the magnet. One piece of magnet attracts the iron particles. Okay, and this you have done at your home also. So the attraction force of the magnet towards to attract the iron object is called as magnetic force, and this force is used in cranes to lift heavy loads to separate iron objects from the garbage. Now we come to the contact force. Contact force is what? These forces which are in contact with each other. Okay, so here we say that two things are in contact with each other, so that is called as contact force. The first one we talk about is the muscular force. So you can see over here that this boy is applying the muscular force on this hockey stick so that this hockey can push this ball. Okay, so the muscular force applied by this boy. Okay, similarly we can have an example of the horse pulling a cart. Because when horse is moving, horse is applying its muscular force to pull the cart forward. So that is the muscular force, where the object, or we say the force applied by the muscles of the body. This is the muscular force. Okay, next we talk about the mechanical force. Mechanical force is there like the car. We have seen the car is moving. Over here this machine is there. Okay, and this force is exerted by the machine. If we attach some load to this car, if I suppose I had attached some load at the back of the car, this is the load. It is carrying some material, it is attaching. Okay, so what will happen when the car will move, this load will also be moved. So we say that the force exerted by the machine is called as the mechanical force. Okay, and even we can say that if we cut apple with the knife is, we are applying force on the knife. Or when we are cutting a paper with the help of scissors, then we are applying force on the scissors. So this is the mechanical force, because over here we are acting, the force is acted on a machine and then the work is said to be done. The next one is the frictional force. Frictional force is what? When one body is in contact with the other body to resist or to stop. So the force exerted by one body on other body to resist the relative motion among themselves is called frictional force. So this is what when we move on the ground. Okay, when any object is moving, if I talk about here to the ball, hockey. Okay, so in this you can see that this ball is moving because this boy had struck the ball. Now this ball is moving. Okay, so this ball is in contact with the ground, and as far as it moves, the speed of this ball decreases because it is in contact with the ground. Okay, so this connection of the ball with the ground results in friction, means opposite direction. The ball is moving in forward direction, and the friction or the force applied by the ground on the ball is in the opposite direction. Okay, it means forward and backward. Ball is moving forward direction, friction occurring on the backward direction. This movement of these two in the opposite direction results in the stopping of the ball after some time when no other force is applied. Once this boy has hit and the ball is moving forward, after some time the ball will stop by itself automatically, and this is just because of the contact force of the ground to the ball. Okay, so the ball is in contact with the ground, so there will be a friction force. This ball is moving forward and the friction force is acting backward. As a result, after some time the ball will stop, or we say that this is the resisting force or the stopping force. Frictional force is the stopping force. It stops the object. So here we have discussed that the types of forces. There are two types of forces, non-contact force and contact force. Non-contact force consists of gravitational force due to gravity, electrostatic force due to electricity, then magnetic force due to magnet, attraction force. Okay, then comes a contact force. Contact force is muscular force, mechanical force and frictional force. So we have discussed these things. The remaining part of the chapter we will discuss in the next class.